Hi everyone, welcome back to Lair Academy. It's Mickey again. In today's lesson, we're going to be exploring the HTML portion of our knowledge base. This is just a general overview of the layout and pages before we actually dive into it. Let's start off with the folder structure, and by doing so, let's open up our IDE. I wanted to keep things nice and clean during this stage, so if we check out our Resources Views folder, once we expand this, you can see we have a default auth folder, layouts, and then home.blade.php. If we take a look, we can see the auth has the defaults in it, our layouts has some new folders and files in it, and then we have our home.blade.php. Well, let's start off with our app.blade.php. This is our main template and will be used constantly within this project. Let's just review some of the code here. We have a title and we're referring to the app.name. Now because we're using the config helper function, we need to go into config, look up the app config, which is app.php, and you can see that we have the name here at the top. What's currently happening is it's going to the environment variable and checking for app_name, and if it doesn't find it, then it uses Laravel. I already have mine filled in as knowledge base. Now, if all else fails, so we can't find app.name, what it's going to do is put in knowledge base as a default title. Now underneath here, we're pulling in Bootstrap and Font Awesome. However, we are also pulling in our own style sheet using the asset helper function. Within this asset helper function, it's going to try and determine if we're using HTTP or HTTPS, and then make an absolute path to the files that we've registered. So for instance, the css/app.css will be inside public, CSS, and then app.css. And like I said before, this will be transformed into an absolute path. Underneath here, we have an include statement. We're including layouts.partials.navigation. What the includes tag is doing, and it's actually a blade tag, is it's going to take the content of this blade file and just paste it in our layouts. If we check out resources, layouts, partials, you can see we have a navigation.blade.php, and all it is really is just a basic bootstrap nav. So all that code is just going to be pasted within this template every single time we call the includes. Next, we have a special tag, yield content. This is the bread and butter of Blade. Anytime we want to yield out some content from our subsequent template pages, we have to tell it where to start the content and where to end it. You can see here we're extending our layout, and then we have a section call, and the section that we're going to name is content. Now this refers to the yield content here, so we could actually name this whatever we wanted. However, at the very end here, when we scroll all the way down, you can see that we also have an end section. So we're telling Blade where to start the section and where to end it, so we'll end up with something like this. If we switch back to our template file, there's not much left. We have a basic bootstrap footer, and underneath we're just doing a simple auth check, so we're making sure that the user is logged in, and if they are logged in, well, we're going to display this form to allow the user to log out. If we open up our navigation again, we can see how this is used. Within our navigation, we're doing an auth check again, and if the user is logged in, we provide a method for the user to log out using JavaScript. This is because we want to post the logout function. And all the way down here, if the user is logged in, we're writing the script function logout to the page. Some pretty basic stuff here, but I'm glad we went over it. And now we're ready to dive right in to making our knowledge base work. Thanks for watching.